2019 was a very busy year for us, not only with our run volumes, but with relocating station number 4 to 25 in Shaner. That was completed and we moved in back on Halloween. And that, getting that station put there, it met the master plan goals that was set for the township back, and I believe is probably in the 1980s. Because when I hired in 1991, that was the goal. The long-term goal was to have 5 stations, hitting with 4 of them being in the 4 corners: 25 in Shaner, 24, 25 in Shelby, Ryan in Auburn, 21 in Shaner, for proper coverage in the residential areas. And so when we finally got that done, looking back, that was a goal that was set, how many years ago, and with the development, because even back then no one knew what the development around the township would be, which way the population growth was going to go, and so that's why Station 4 was built where it was. They didn't know if it was going south or north, so they put it in the middle to ensure resources, and lo and behold, everything worked out. So looking back at some of the other things, our rescue task force for active assailant situations and things like that, we've continued and really move forward with a lot of training with our members and along with the police department's members to be prepared for those types of situations. And so as we train with them, and we have a set number of personnel, which is 15, that train with the police department to be ready, understanding their movements and cadences, and as well as being able to know each other, because the more comfortable you are with somebody, the better you work together. And also training with the rest of the members of the department. They take on that training and then pass it down to everyone else. So that was another big accomplishment, something that we've been continuing to work with. So that, and then it's just been a busy year. 2020, one of our big goals, and it's something from 2019 that we were pushing off to 2020, is developing a better training ground for our firefighters over at our Station 1 off of 23 Mile between Mount and Van Dyke. Because training is difficult in close environments, close spaces, smoky situations, and it's something over the years that we like everyone, we simulate it. Training towers is, some departments have them, and something we've been looking at for many, many years, but the cost of a training tower, you're approaching $500,000, but it's a brick structure, something you cannot move. You can't change up for all the varying situations. And so with new technology and things is something we've came across during 2019, is using storage containers, because they're very inexpensive. You can put them down, cut holes in them, put them together, and then you can move them and add on to them. They're very, very inexpensive to get, believe it or not. And so using that and combining with a stairway that they make for fire departments now that is open, not enclosed, and it gives us just a much better training situation where the instructors can monitor the firefighters, and we can train in so many different situations. So we have a plan in place, we're working on it, and throughout 2020 it's something that we hope to get built. When it comes to the safety of the residents, that comes first and foremost. And with working with this board since I've been chief since 2012, it's always residents first. What can we do for the community? What can we provide? And we've grown so much as a department, providing swift water training, dive training, confined space. We provide that service for the DPW and other contractors who are working below the ground, and in hazmat, in different situations. And and now the last few years we've been working on increasing our manpower, because our run volume is just, with our population growth, the business growth, we're trying to keep our responses and have enough people to meet those needs. So it's been a wonderful experience trying to put all of that together and maintain the budget, have the best equipment, and so it's just been a lot of work, but it's something that everyone feels is needed for the residents.